So we've just received Jan's latest work, and we're very excited about it. The significance really cannot be overstated. Let's take a look at what all of the aspects of this masterwork mean. We'll start on the right-hand side with the longest points. Now, it's interesting, it's a common theme actually throughout Jan's work to have really long and tall things. This is probably sort of to produce the contrast to Jan's own stature, of course, which is notably short. So speaking of short, let's move on to the other pair of screws that we have here, and notice how thick and strong these are. I think that really does evoke the feeling of strength that our country is searching for as our economy continues to spiral downward. The spirals, of course, being reflected in the screws themselves. But if you follow these spirals down, and you'll note that they start at a very high point and begin that spiral downward descent. But there is hope, there is light at the end of the tunnel with the thick shafts here. And this is, I think, what really sets Jan's work apart. It's that feeling of hope that as bad as things might get, we will ultimately hit a solid core of steel. And you'll notice how shiny the steel is, and that really does evoke the symbol, of course, of Obama's campaign, which was the shining sun. And it's not about the sun itself, right? Obama never made it about himself. He made it about what we could do, how the sun would reflect off of our work and our dedication to creating a thicker and fatter America. So, as you can see, the other end of the piece, it's very unusual. In fact, we were rather surprised when we received this piece. We really didn't expect her to end on a washer like this. It's really not her usual style. And to be honest, we're still trying to figure out the full meaning of this washer, because you'll note that it's not nearly as shiny as the Obama-inspired bottom of screws over here, but we think that there's something to that. We think that the sort of grittiness of it reminds us that even in the bright future that we are creating together, there's going to be it's not going to be easy, it's not going to be pure. Nothing ever works out as perfectly as you would expect. In fact, sometimes it is significantly thinner and flatter than one would expect. And we really aren't quite sure what to make of it, especially the hole in the middle. Does that, portend some future crisis, that some inner lack of core that Jan is trying to communicate? To be honest, we're really just going to have to wait for next week to find out what is going on here. Thank you.